Hey guys, welcome back to a video. It's been a while since I've done one. Today I want to go over the Eaglevision Cam Infinity rings. This particular model is a single piece base. They come in two piece and single piece. Right now I just have the single piece in 34 millimeter. It comes in this nice case. I normally don't do unboxings, but this is not really a box, so it's a case. So I guess I'll kind of do it and I'll show you what comes in there. What we're going to do for this video is I'm going to showcase the mounts, and then I'm going to put it on a gun and show you how to set it up and use the infinity part of it. And what I like about these rings is, well, first let's talk about what comes in the case. You got a base mount right here, which you can use for elevation for MOA, or you can actually decrease the MOA if you have a gun that, say, has built-in 20 MOA on the rail and you want to use it for close-in shooting and you can't really zero it. You can optically center your scope with these rings here, and I'll show you when I mount a scope here. But they slide back and forth. Comes with a bubble level, which screws into the side here. Like that, so you can tell if you're canting your scope or not. And comes with some spare tools, and of course the screws for mounting. And it even comes for extra ring screws, which we know we all lose every time we take a scope out of a set of rings. So what I like about this mount, and I'll show you when I mount it on a scope, is currently there is a large popularity with short compact scopes, especially on bullpups or small rifles and air guns. And a lot of times, because of the center turret, there's not a lot of room to move the scope back and forth on the mount. So this allows you to get your proper eye relief on a short scope, or maybe a gun that has a length of pull that's a little bit too long for you and there's not really a great eye relief in the scope that you've chosen. So you can move this back and forth on the base and get proper eye relief, and you don't really have to move the scope inside where the rings touch the turret. So that's a really nice feature. I'm going to go ahead and mount up a scope onto an Edgun and show you how to use the infinity rings. Just real quick, the machining on this, absolutely outstanding. Everything that Eaglevision makes, I think, is top-notch, and I really like a lot of the options that he has. You can see here that there's several options for mounting your bubble level, and I guess this case could probably be used for something after you've put your scope on here. But let's go ahead, and enough going with the mounts itself. Let's go ahead and put a scope in there, center it up, and show you the features of this on a gun. Alright guys, welcome back. I got the scope mounted up here. As I said with the infinity mount, what's cool about it is this is the one piece. It also comes in a two piece, but I like this one piece base. With short scopes, you don't have a lot of room here in between the turret to get your eye relief set. So, and a lot of times there's just not enough Picatinny rail on a lot of guns, so you can kind of get in an uncomfortable position depending on your length of pull. So what's really nice about this infinity mount is it allows you to move all the way back and forward. Now it has a lot more movement than this, but I already have the 6 screws set in there, so you're not going to get as much movement as you probably could if you didn't have those set. So the first step would be to set your eye relief to what you want, and then put the 6 screws in lightly so that you can then add or subtract MOA to your scope, whatever you want. So let's say you have a gun that you're just running out of turret. You're trying to shoot 200 yards with your air gun, and you just don't have any more spins on your turret. So what you need to do is give yourself a little more MOA here. And you can do that by lifting the back of the scope up, as I just did here. And then you're going to tighten it down with a 5mm hex wrench. It comes with a wrench, but I prefer to use a quicker wrench here for TV purposes. Now, once I got it set, one thing that you can do is you can actually do this at the range. So you can set your yardage, and you can actually move this and try to get as close to zero as you can with your scope for your comfortable range here. And you get your turret close to bottomed out, close so you can get the most amount of turns on your turret. And you set your windage first, and then you just move the scope up and down at the range, bring your 5mm hex wrench, get it set to where you want, and then you just tighten it down. Like so, and it is very secure. Super good looking mount. I really dig it. It absolutely makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons, especially, like I said, in the short scope where I can have forward and backward motion. Now, option 2. I know I've gotten this complaint before because Edguns have MOA built in. So a lot of guys want to shoot at 20 yards. Maybe that's your backyard, that's your range, and they have a scope and they're having a hard time getting to 20 yards. It just will not zero. So what you can then do is loosen up your mount. Just a quick little turn here. Now you see it's at 0. It just flattened out. So what you want to do is lift the front of the optic up and give a little tighten down here. And again, you can do this while you're zeroing your scope, and that is going to take some MOA off of your target there. And now if you have a gun that you just can't get zeroed at a close range, now you have an option. So this is the Infinity mount by Eaglevision. I am carrying these things. I'm super excited about it. I'm way into short compact scopes, especially as you guys know, the Leshy 2 is on its way out. And I think it's going to be best suited with a short scope. It's because of that, decided to carry these things in 30 and 34 millimeter tubes. This happens to be a 34 millimeter because it's a Trijicon. And I'm really, really excited about this mount. Super high quality. Comes in a super cool case that you could probably use later. And comes with a bubble level, so you can tell if you're canting your gun or not. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video on how to set it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at brian@edgunwest.com or give me a call. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this makes sense. Talk to you soon.